This podcast is about entrepreneurship, spirituality, and self-care. My name is Lourdes, and I am the host of the show. Thank you for listening today. Welcome back, folks. And in today's episode, we're going to be diving into a topic that can be deeply personal and sometimes even controversial. We're talking about why some people walk away from organized religion and begin exploring spirituality instead. Now, before we begin, I want to be clear about something. This episode is not about criticizing anyone's faith or religious beliefs. Millions of people find comfort, community, purpose, and healing through religion. Many religious organizations do incredible work around the world. This conversation is simply an exploration of why some people feel called to seek something different and what they discover along the way. If you've ever questioned your beliefs, feel disconnected from your religious upbringing, or wondered why spirituality has become increasingly popular, this episode is for you. So let's get started. For most of human history, religion has played a central role in people's lives. Religion has provided guidance during difficult times, offered explanations about life's biggest questions, and created communities where people feel connected and supported. For many people, religion remains a beautiful and meaningful part of their lives. Yet, over the past several decades, we've seen a growing number of people identify as spiritual rather than religious. Some still believe in God. Some believe in higher power. Some maintain certain religious practices while exploring spiritual concepts. Others leave organized religion entirely and develop their own personal relationship with the divine. Why is this happening? The answer is not simple. There is not one reason. Instead, there are many factors that contribute to this shift. One of the most common reasons involves questions surrounding religious texts and teachings. Throughout history, sacred texts have been translated, interpreted, copied, and revised many times. For some people, this creates curiosity. For others, it creates doubts. People begin asking questions. How closely do modern texts reflect their original versions? How much interpretation has occurred over the centuries? Have cultural and political influences shaped the way teachings are presented? These questions don't necessarily lead someone away from faith. In many cases, they actually inspire deeper study and understanding. But for others, they create uncertainty about religious authority. When people encounter differing interpretations of the same text, they may begin searching for answers outside traditional religious structures. Instead of relying solely on institutions, they seek a direct personal understanding of spirituality. Another factor is the desire for personal autonomy. Many people want the freedom to explore their beliefs without feeling constrained by specific doctrines or rules. They want space to ask questions. They want room to evolve. They want the ability to hold nuanced perspectives without feeling like they must fit inside a particular box. Spirituality often appeals to these individuals because it tends to emphasize personal experience over formal doctrine. Rather than being told what to believe, people are encouraged to explore what resonates with them through direct experience. Meditation, prayer, mindfulness, reflection, nature, energy work, contemplative practices, personal growth. For many spiritual seekers, these experiences become their primary teachers. Another reason some people become disillusioned with organized religion involves concerns about money and power. This is one of the more sensitive topics. Again, not all religious organizations operate this way. Many churches, temples, mosques, synagogues, and spiritual communities are transparent, ethical, and focused on service. However, throughout history, there have been examples of religious leaders and institutions becoming entangled with wealth, politics, and influence. When individuals witness leaders living extravagant lifestyles while asking for followers for financial support, questions naturally arise. People may wonder whether the focus has shifted away from spiritual development and towards financial gain. And in some cases, scandals involving money have damaged trust. And when trust is broken, people often begin looking elsewhere for spiritual guidance. Many find themselves turning inward. They begin exploring spirituality as a personal path rather than an institutional one. For these individuals, spirituality seems and feels simpler. It feels more authentic. It feels less focused on external systems and more focused on inner transformation. Now, let's talk about what spirituality actually means. The word spirituality means different things to different people. No surprise there, right? For some, spirituality means having a relationship with God outside of an organized religion. For others, it means connecting with the universe, source energy, divine intelligence, or a higher power. Some people identify as spiritual while maintaining religious beliefs. Others do not associate with any religion at all. At its core, spirituality often involves a search for meaning, purpose, connection, and understanding. It's an inward journey. It's asking questions like, why am I here? What is my purpose? How can I become a better human being? What happens after death? How do I connect with something greater than myself? These questions have existed for thousands of years. Long before organized religions emerged, human beings were seeking answers about life, death, and the mysteries of existence. In many ways, spirituality is part of our natural curiosity. It's woven into the human experience. One reason spirituality continues to grow is that many people are looking for direct experiences rather than secondhand explanations. They want to experience the sacred for themselves. They want moments of awe, moments of connection, moments of peace, moments that cannot always be explained logically. For some, these experiences happen during meditation. For others, they occur through prayer. Some experience them while walking in nature, some during moments of grief, some during near death experiences, some through mediumship, intuitive experiences, or profound personal transformations. These moments often become catalysts for spiritual growth. People begin trusting their experiences rather than relying on external authorities. Now, something I find particularly interesting is that many people don't completely abandon their religious roots when they become spiritual. Instead, they blend traditions. Someone raised Catholic may still pray to Jesus while practicing meditation. A person raised Christian may believe in angels while exploring mindfulness. Someone from another faith tradition may continue honoring aspects of their religion while embracing broader spiritual practices. It's not always an either or situation. For many people, it's both. They keep what resonates, they release what doesn't, and they continue evolving. I think this is where much of today's spiritual landscape exists. People are creating personalized paths. They're drawing wisdom from multiple sources. They're seeking meaning in many ways that feel authentic to their own lives. Now, with all that said, spirituality is not automatically better than religion, and religion is not automatically better than spirituality. Both have strengths, both have challenges. Religion can provide structure, community, tradition, accountability, and shared values. Spirituality can provide freedom, personal exploration, and direct experience and flexibility. The healthiest approach may not be choosing one over the other. It may be understanding that different paths work for different people. What matters most is whether a belief system helps someone become more compassionate, more loving, more self aware, and more connected to others. When beliefs encourage kindness, growth, and understanding, they can be powerful forces for good. When beliefs create division, fear, or judgment, it's worth asking deeper questions. Ultimately, each person must decide what feels true for them. Faith is deeply personal. Spirituality is deeply personal. And no two journeys look exactly alike. As our crazy world becomes increasingly interconnected, we're exposed to more ideas, perspectives, and traditions than ever before. This creates opportunities for learning and growth. It also challenges us to respect paths that may differ from our own. Whether you identify as religious, spiritual, or both, or neither, I believe we can all benefit from having open and respectful conversations. We don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to force anything on other people, but we can listen. we can learn, and we can recognize that most people are simply searching for meaning, connection, and purpose in their own way. As we wrap up today's episode, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you remained connected to your religious roots? Have you embraced spirituality? Did you consider yourself both religious and spiritual? What experiences have shaped your beliefs over the past years? Feel free to share your perspective respectfully because these conversations matter. And thank you for spending time with me today. If you've enjoyed this episode, please be sure to follow the podcast, leave a review, and share it with someone who might find this discussion meaningful. Until next time, take care of yourself, trust your journey, stay open to the many ways wisdom can reveal itself. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now. I hope that you enjoyed this podcast, and please share this episode with your friends. Please subscribe, rate, and review this episode. Thanks for listening.